DG, are you ready?
Yep, ready.
Off you go. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, press the appropriate buttons to welcome Ayodeji.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jacobus. So we're talking customer development. My name is Ayodeji Agboola, and I'm the founder at Akowe. What Akowe does basically is it helps, it's a digital wallet for academic records, So I'm going to try and present this, with examples on how we were able to, develop our customers as well. So the first thing that you need to think about when you're developing your customers is to realize that no matter the niche you're in, no matter the type of startup you're trying to run, your customers will have several problems. And it is your job to be able to find which of their problems is their greatest pain. It's quite common, especially as a founder, to have what we call founder's bias. That bias that this thing is going to succeed. You've just come up with this idea. I love this thing. This thing is going to succeed. Because you have founder's bias, everybody is in this class because you have a belief that this is going to succeed, which is good. It's great. But as a founder with founder's bias, you most often will not look at the negative sides. And this is one of the things why you have to go out and talk to customers, right? So the first question you want to ask yourself is, are you actually solving for their greatest pain? Okay. Because if you're solving for their greatest pain, then you have something to really, really jump on. Another thing that usually happens with founders, especially if you're technically oriented, you know how to program, you know how to build stuff, is that you sometimes will build the solution in your head and you build something in a way that it is not needed, which is why it's very, very important that before you start to build anything, you have to go out and talk and find the people who can pay for it. At the end of the day, your business exists because people can pay for it. If you build something nobody wants to pay for, then you've just wasted a lot of time, energy, and you're going to be in a sad place. So in essence, the question I'm asking you as a founder is that, are you a vitamin to somebody, or are you a painkiller? This is very, very important, and I'll show you why it is important. Okay, so how do we find this customer problem that is the greatest pain? Okay, one of the most effective ways, I've heard it, we saw it in Mr. Bade's pitch earlier just now. You can have surveys, questionnaires, and all of that. But again, there is a very important way that you need to gather this information. Okay. One of the most important things that you have to do, in fact, maybe this is an activity you need to think about. Think about talking to 100 people, okay? And I don't want you to go ask your friends or family and anybody who's close to you, because usually they're polite. They're going to tell you, yes, oh, this beautiful idea. Oh, I'm going to buy it when you launch it. So avoid talking to friends and family, people who don't have the problem. I want you to think about talking to at least 100 people who have this problem. And how do you ask questions? What you want to do is to ask open-ended questions. So you don't go and ask somebody, hey, if I were to build this thing, if I were to come to you with this solution, are you going to buy it? The answer to that question is either a yes or a no or a maybe. You don't want to do that because you are going to skew your results. However, what you want to do is to ask open-ended questions. You want people to tell you stories from their past from which you can extract the facts. So you say something like, hey, what has your experience been when X and X and X has happened to you? What is your experience with X and Y? Now, what you're going to get with that is somebody is likely going to tell you how they experienced the problem. And as an entrepreneur who's sitting right here right now, you probably are here because you have the ability to identify opportunities, where other people see challenges, which is why here now, when you're asking questions, you also need to learn how to listen to what is being said and also listen to what is not being said. So when somebody tells you, I had this experience, I wanted to go buy something, but I had this long time spending at the queue, blah, blah, blah. You're listening to their stories and you want to extract the facts. You want to extract what are the pain points that they're having. Because even when you get the answers, you still need to be able to, what do these answers mean? What is the most important problem these people are having and how can we solve for that? So this is very, very important. So go ahead and put it in your mind that I want to talk to 100 people, ask them open-ended questions. You can have one-on-one conversations. You can ask people to send you voice notes or group conversations if that works. But the important thing is that you're trying to identify which of their pain points is the greatest pain point. And the reason why this is important is because the greater your understanding of this great pain, the better you can solve excellently for it, and the quicker they're willing to pay you for it. Remember, as a startup, your business is should be designed to scale. Your business should be able to be accessed over the internet and get a lot of users very quickly. So you have to be super specific in understanding the exact pain that people are willing to pay for, and then positioning your solution as the best solution for that exact pain. That way you can create more people who are going to jump on it and basically, start to use it. For instance, I'll give you an example here. Akọ̀wé started as a simple problem we had at work. We needed to issue certificates to about 20,000 people. There's no way to do that with hand. You can't do that manually. So we had to build an internal tool for it. That internal tool, when the program managers changed the certificate design, the internal tool stopped working. So I decided to build something that could work. And I realized, hey, some other people might need this software. And we put it out publicly and other people started to use it. However, what happened later was we found, okay, even though we've discovered these customers who want to issue certificates to their training participants, it became something that could also be used for academics, So very, very important is that you keep it open. You have to constantly rediscover the customer pain points because, like I said at the beginning, customers have several problems. And if you keep a very, very open mind and you keep it open, you might discover a different pain point, which might even be a bigger market, and you can even build a bigger solution for that, right? So while we discovered that there were people who wanted to use our software to issue certificates for 300, 400, 500 participants, it also became quite clear that academic records in sub-Saharan Africa, for instance, are still very manual. They're all paper-based, they're prone to loss, damage. How about we get African universities to start issuing these certificates digitally? So that was a discovery of a bigger market because we kept asking questions, and this is very, very important. So whatever it is your solution is right now, you have to keep a very open mind to, allow you discover other gems, all right? And when you do discover these great pains, one of the most important things that you're able to do is to find these ideal customers and then find many more. Like Dana mentioned,